Hi guys, how you doing? It's good again to see you, good again to catch up with you. It's another Friday with your boy, Coach Ishimwe. Welcome again to this amazing channel. What's up, people? How you doing? Times in life I actually used to be on the court shooting hoops, thinking that was the best way to influence people, until I got to learn I could still put on and dress nicely and speak the word and add value to someone's life. So join me as we make impact and add value to people's lives. I hope to see you in the many more. Thank you very much. Right, hey guys. So today we're going to talk about something amazing, something I've got to actually love. There are three things that I'm actually going to talk about today. So today is going to be communication, competence, and courage. I've decided to actually touch on these points because it has reached that level whereby even myself, I've actually got to experience and see it, that without a good communication, without good competence, or without courage, there is nothing pretty much that I can actually do. As a leader, I'm in a stagnated place because I will always desire to communicate well, but if I fail to do that, then I lack the competence to be able to do it or to do anything with anyone, and then I don't even have the courage to be able to exert myself or even to excel in what I'm doing because I will have fear of what I need to do. So yes, today let's touch these three areas. So first of all, we're going to understand that yes, communication, one, without it you travel alone. Understand that. Without communication, you're just actually traveling alone. There's no one who's actually with you. And then we get to understand that the bigger picture of communication, it means to successfully convey or share ideas and feelings. So maybe we're thinking, how can I be able to express myself? How can I be able to share my vision, to exert the person I want to become? Or maybe it's a girl that you like or a guy that you like. How are you able to tell them that, hey, I have feelings for you? How are you able to, express yourself without them feeling like without you feeling like a fool or in that sense, or even, is it about how to talk to your boss or even how to talk to your supervisor? Or even you're the leader. How do you convey the message to the next people in the chain for you? In leadership, how exactly are you able to express your ideas? How are you able to express what you want to see get done towards them? So we understand one thing: simplify your message. I'm going to give you just three things, not actually four things. Simplify the message. Make it as simple as it is. If you want someone to go from point A to point B, tell them, I would love you to go from point A to point B, and this is the agenda of it. Don't start being a politician, these are the great things you do, you're such a great leader, and I believe you can be able to do this. So I would want, no, be straight to the point. Yes, you can actually be able to compliment them. You can actually be able to tell them something great about them that you've seen, but don't beat around the bush. Simplify the message. The shorter it is, the quicker it is for someone to understand. Then number two, see the person. Don't just see them for what they can give you, see them for who they are. The person you want to be able to tell them something, don't just see them for what they can give you, but see them for who truly they are. The moment you're able to do that, then truly you're able to communicate to them, you're able to talk to them, you're able to, meet them at their place or where they are. And then the thing is, show the truth. Always show the person the truth. There's no need for you to go beat around the bush or anything like that. Just show them the truth. Be sincere and concise with who you are, and they will be able to understand. The last thing, seek for a response. Always seek for someone to give you feedback. Is it about what you've done? Is it about how you've led? Is it about what you've said? Let them give you feedback, and always be open to the criticism. Whether it's negative or positive, let it be something that will build you and encourage you. So that's just about communication. And now, with that communication, the moment actually you're able to, imagine this, all the things that you'd want to be able to develop, all the things that you want to be able to get to, you will actually see them move smoothly. Why? Because the moment you're able to communicate well, then you're able to see yourself succeed. So let's go to number two, competence. If you build it, they will come. If you build your competence, then the people will actually come. So the big idea is this: competence means the ability to do something successfully and efficiently. Why? Because always people are ready to work with someone who shows that they actually can be able to pull through, who shows they can actually be able to come through, who shows that they're actually able to do what they say they're going to do, who is true to their word. And the thing is, are you true to your word? Are you true to what you want to do? Are you true to what you say? Is your vision aligned with what you do, so that people can say, oh, yes, truly, this is what this person loves, and they get to see it, and I love that about them. All right? So do you make things happen when they really count? We always talk about basketball, when it counts, do you make that basket so that your team can progress, so that your team can actually have more points? Do you really make it when it counts? Do you really work towards having that achievement? Do you really work towards working that craft to make it sure it's perfect? That you're able to see something and you're like, wow, truly it does work. So with that, again, there's just 4 things I'll go show you. Show up every day. I think that's the biggest thing, because my coach used to actually tell me that, Elaine, if you show up every day to training, you will actually see yourself improve. But if you're always going to be there 1 day, then 2 days, then you expect to play the game after that when guys have trained for 4 days or 5 days, there's no way you're going to beat your teammates. There's no way you're going to beat the opponents, because they've been working hard, they've been training in endurance, all these things. And it's the same thing with leadership. If you want to actually be able to lead other people, show up every day, work on it, study it, be able to understand where you're going, what's that environment that you're actually occupying yourself in. And that's the way that you're actually going to be able to develop. Show up every day. Show them that you have what it takes to do it. Show up every day. Keep improving. That's the next thing. Don't be stagnated on the mistakes. Use them as stepping stones for the next place. So don't always stay at a plateau. Always work to increase yourself. Keep improving. Follow through with excellence as much. Always excel to do great. Always excel to push yourself beyond what you actually ever thought or could imagine. Push yourself. Move forward. Then, accomplish more than expected. Probably there's a bare minimum that you have to do. What is it that you want to achieve? And then you look at it, write it down and say, okay, fine, maybe by today, I want to be able to have to read a book or 2. Read that book. Write down the summary. Challenge yourself to start another one. Challenge yourself to even be the next person writing the book. Challenge yourself to be the author. In basketball, what my coach used to tell me was, challenge yourself to work more on what you didn't actually know. Go watch a video, watch the moves, and then try it out. You never knew you could actually be able to improve your craft, have more skills than one that is actually going to be so obvious, and then once they learn you, that's it. You're blocked. You don't even know what to do next. So work on it. Accomplish to do better, more than you expected. So when actually that happens, you get to improve. And nobody can improve without being intentional about doing it. Imagine that. If you're not intentional about doing it, there's no way that you're going to improve. And then the final thing that I love, courage. One person with courage is a majority. Imagine this. There's a statement that I've heard before. If a pack of sheep is led by a lion, will always beat any pack of lions that is led by a sheep. Because the lion has the courage. The lion has the strength, has that command of leadership. And anyone who follows it will always be led to success. Now imagine that. Imagine yourself, imagine your life being that person who's courageous, who's strengthened and saying, this is what I'm going to do. And I love what I'm going to do. And saying, without any output of failure, I'm going to have to think of success. And so the big picture is, courage means the ability to do something with that, something that frightens one. We always get into spaces where we're afraid to do something. We're afraid to even get into places because, we're like, hey, am I actually going to be able to do this? But imagine in that space when you get to encourage yourself and be like, hey, I'm going after it. I'm going to make it. I must go there. Or maybe it's that position that you're gunning for and you're saying, how can I get there? Maybe I need to read more. Maybe I need to study more. Why not try it? Why not study more? Why not exert yourself? Why not achieve it? Because you're not meant for mediocre. You were created for greatness. And that greatness that you were created for is because within you, you're the only limitation. It's until you stop being a limitation to yourself, then you'll actually get to see the greatness that you achieve. People around you might speak, but you're the greatest limitation of yourself. So imagine if you stopped limiting yourself. How much more would you get to achieve today? I love this quote by Eleanor Roosevelt, which says, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I lived through this horror. I can take the next thing that comes along." You must do the thing that you think you cannot do. Imagine that. You must do the thing that you think you cannot do. Now imagine if you did that. Here's the 4 things. Courage begins with the inward battle. So meaning that within yourself, you gotta fight and say, I cannot be limited to what my body tells me, or I cannot be limited to what my flesh thinks it cannot do. It's a mindset issue. The moment you're able to have a mind shift, then you're able to see things become clearer. Number 2, courage makes things right, not just smoothing them over. The moment you have courage in something, imagine you will even find that you have the right solutions to being able to achieve that task, being able to achieve that goal. It's not just about smoothing this over, it makes things right. Number 3, courage in a leader inspires commitment from followers. Now, the moment you're able to be courageous, your followers will actually see, okay, yeah, if he can do it, why can't I? If he can be able to go out and talk to people, why can't I do the same thing? If he can be able to take on that task, then who am I? Because already when Christ left, he said, you shall do greater things than I have done. If we look at him and we're in awe of the amazing things that he's done, what makes you think that you cannot do? And yet he said, you will do greater things. What stops you? What pushes you back? Because if he lives in you, then within you, you have a spirit of greatness, but your body is telling you no. Your body is telling you, I'm afraid. Your body is telling you, I don't think we're meant for that. But yet you have the ability. Yet you have the strength, the courage. Number 4, your life expands in proportions to your courage. So imagine that. If you're dreaming small and you're living small, it's about how courageous you've become. If you want to be able to get to large things, then you've got to be able to take the risk of dreaming big and having so much courage to be able to have a greater output. I think it's just like a business term. The more you spend, the more you get. But here in leadership, what I'll tell you, the more courageous you become, the more things you get to achieve. Because you're not limited by the fear that is right in front of you, but you're able to achieve greater things. Just like someone once told me, there is no giant in front of me that's bigger than the God inside of me. So if God is inside of me, there is no problem that's in front of me that I cannot be able to overcome. And that's my encouragement to you guys. Stand to be someone who's able to communicate. Exert yourself. Stand to be someone who's competent. Show that you're actually able to meet the task. And the third thing, be courageous. Always take on the challenge or the fear face front. Never look at it from the back. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I really love you guys for taking time to tune in. I love that. See you again next time. Have a lovely and a blessed weekend. Cheers.